Okay, here's a how-to video for doing the dishes at our house. Let's see if we can show you how to do this right. So you can see here we have our typical situation. No one has done anything except eat their food, drink their drinks, and throw the dirty dishes in the top of the sink. See what we have in here. Okay. We have a few clean dishes, not put away. So first step is to unload these dishes. So as you can see, I have fully emptied the dishwasher, silverware emptied, put inside the drawer, knives, forks, small spoons, big spoons. Both drawers are empty, and I can start to load. And remember, the goal here is to get as much in as possible without leaving any room inside that could be unutilized. So let's take a look how you do this. Okay, here's a good pre-washing example. You can see here you've got some noodles of some kind stuck to the inside of this bowl. More than likely the dishwasher will not get those off. You're going to have to take a sponge or a brush, maybe both, and you're going to have to scrub that out before you put it in the dishwasher. Okay, you can see I've finished loading, or maybe Smucker's finished loading the dishwasher. I'm going to go through a couple quick things here on the very inside. You know, this is very important. This is the part of the mechanism that spins and shoots water up. You can't have anything hanging down that's going to block this from spinning. Okay, and then these rods right here are what heat up and help dry it. So you got to make sure nothing falls down here and touches this, or it's going to melt and maybe catch fire. So be careful of that. And then up here you can see another spinning device. This also shoots water on the upper level. This also has to spin freely, otherwise you're not getting a clean, good spin and a good wash. So watch those two things. And so we got it loaded. We got our silverware here lined up. Also have some things that are smaller and can get jostled around, like a measuring cup. You can see a little cap down here, cover to a knife. Those are all great places to stick these. Now I'm okay with the knives going down like this. Some people have the knives going up. I'm fine either way. It doesn't really bother me. I like to do the plates, small plates first, with some covers as well, and then big plates, and then we got a couple pans. And I do cutting boards on the sides, and then I do bowls in between, around the edges. And then I like to put some stuff on the top, if I can. But the key with this kind of stuff is that it's got to, again, to be able to be clear. So let's see if it clears. So I'll put that in there. Now spin it. Looks good. It's all clear. Now we move to the top section. Very efficiently loaded. Starting with glass. Then we go alternate plastic, glass, plastic. I don't want any two glasses sticking next to each other, because when they hit, they could smash into each other and break. Okay, so the big cups on the outside, this is where they get the highest clearance. If you see here, it's got to clear that. It's got to go in without hitting the top. And also way inside there, you can't hardly see it, there's another spinning mechanism. You got to make sure that's clear also. Okay, and then we do small cups on the other side. Coffee mugs and other small cups here. And then I like to do things here, like this, utensils. Pre-washed, of course, so there's no gunk on them. Just layer them in here so they get some nice hot water sprayed on them, soapy water. Then you can put things on top of it too, like some Tupperware, or this happens to be the lid to the mixer. And then I've got some other utensils over here. So that's how we like to line it up. Then we grab our washing cube. Close them down. Throw it in. Make sure it's pushed shut. Close the door. Oh, see, I detected something. What's this? Ah, nice. I always put my coloring dye, food coloring packets inside there. Make sure they're clean. Shut the door. Hit normal. and start. And then we still got these for round 2 and some hand washing, which we'll cover next. Okay, the final phase of cleaning the kitchen, specifically the dishes, is hand washing, which is an integral part of the dishwashing experience because there's just so much capacity the dishwasher has and just so much that we can fit in there and wait till the next one. So sometimes you gotta hand wash. So let's take a look at what we got here. Alright, so you can see we've got the dishwasher running, but we still have a considerable amount of pots and pans, large items, some pizza cutter I see over there. I see some, bread pan. We got all kinds of stuff. So we got to hand wash this. So on the left side, we have put in the stopper and filled this sink with hot water and soap. And we've prepared the way on the right side by putting down a towel, getting some area cleared off so we can have some area to dry. So make sure you got a sponge, you got some scrub brushes, and you got to get to work. So here we go. So here we've got a few things soaking. It's always a good idea to try to fill up the sink a little bit with some items so you can get the hot water and soap started to get some of the food freed up, so it's a little bit easier when you start scrubbing that stuff off. So best you can, get a few things, don't overfill it, but get a few things in there so you can get them soaking so it's easier when you scrub. Okay, so you can see over here I've done a few dishes. Come on over here, we can get a closer look. So I see that there's a little bit of soap in there, residue leftovers, because we're going to rinse them now once we set them over on this side. So just a real light amount of water, get these things good and rinsed off. Make sure they're all clean inside. Then just set them over here so they can finish drying off. Pretty simple. It does take a little bit more time than loading the dishwasher, but you gotta get them all done somehow. Smaller items, same thing, get them all rinsed off. Make sure the thing got clean. This is the time where you can check if there's any things left over that need to get cleaned off. And once you got them all rinsed and set over to the right, you can load up another round over here. Start getting the soaking. Look at all that pasta someone left in there. So we gotta get that soaking, alright? Alright, so it's really important when you're washing to really get stuff clean. It's not just to touch the base and say that you swipe around with some kind of sponge or a brush. You got to get in there and make sure you get the stuff cleaned out completely. Some of the harder things are these strainers that have caked on pasta potentially, some pasta water, some oil. So you really got to get in there with a brush, scrub this thing, and get all the nooks and crannies. Okay? Because if you don't do it right, when it comes for inspection time, if you don't get it the way I want it, it's going to have to get redone. So make sure you get in there, do a good job, get it all cleaned up. Same with the bowls. Okay, there's probably caked on cookie batter or something that was in here sitting. Hopefully somebody did a good job when they rinsed or pre-soaked this and pre-washed it, but if not, you just got to make sure you get in there and get everything. Some of the bigger items, go ahead and set it down, give yourself something to work on. These are heavy, glass, don't want you to break it, so just do your best, set it over here, and then we can rinse it. Alright, so everything is now clean and rinsed and drying over here, and so the last thing you can do is get a towel and hand dry them, or just wait till they dry on their own and put them away. So obviously if we need to make some food or do some prep over here, we're going to have to hand dry them. If not, we can wait and just put them away when they're dry. And so we've got everything cleaned up, counters are all good, and that's it.